Another week, another New Balance shoe. Good morning, YouTube. Actually, it's like after 3 p.m. when I'm filming this, but it's all right, we'll go with it. What's up, everybody? I hope you're safe and healthy and happy and doing okay. As you already know, this week I'm doing another New Balance shoe because I think it makes sense with me just having done the first run impressions video of the Rebel V2. This shoe is sort of similar. It's just like the bigger sibling, the older sibling to the Rebel. And that shoe is the New Balance RC Elite V2. The colorway of this shoe gives me Prince vibes. Now, as you may or may not know, depending on how long you've been following my channel, I tried the New Balance RC Elite V1. Oop, that wasn't smooth. I really didn't like it. It's just not for me. It was a little too low to the ground, and the overpronation that this made me experience was just horrendous and just wasn't my thing. We weren't a match. So of course, when I heard that the RC Elite V2 was coming out, I was a little bit skeptical because sometimes I feel like we try to fix things in shoes and we just don't really fix them. But you know, we're gonna give it a shot here. That's what this channel is all about, and I am happy that I did because I do think that they have really improved the shoe from the first version, and I think a lot of people are going to like this a lot more. But I won't give it all away right now. First, you know, we gotta look at the run footage, and then we'll talk all about the RC Elite V2. Let's go. Today, I do want to let you know that this shoe was sent to me by Running Warehouse and New Balance. However, neither company is going to see this before you. They can't tell me what to say. I'm not getting paid to make this video, and all of my opinions are my own. All right, let's start with the specs. So I'm not exactly sure what this shoe weighs for a women's size 8, but for my size 10.5, this shoe came in at 7.71 ounces. And then after that, I weighed the original RC Elite, and that came in at 7.1 ounces for me. So we are gaining a little bit of weight here, but we'll talk about, I think, why that is during the video. I'm not positive on the exact drop of this shoe. Unfortunately, I don't have a spec sheet, but Running Warehouse says this is 7 to 8 millimeter offset. So we'll go with that. And I do think also that this has a bit more cushioning and foam underfoot than the original version did. So you are gonna sit a little bit higher up off the ground. And for me, the New Balance RC Elite V2 is true to size. The upper of the New Balance RC Elite V2 is a very lightweight, breathable knit. I ran with the shoe on a day that wasn't so windy, but I did still feel some air passing through the toe box of this shoe. As you can see, the holes in the knit are pretty large, so you're gonna feel some wind there. Also, in that forefoot, we have a pretty large New Balance logo that's kind of dipping into the midfoot of the shoe and being used as some overlays. We have that on the medial side as well. And at the back of the shoe, we have a sturdy heel counter that's gonna keep your heel locked in. I think that this is a very big improvement over the version 1's upper. This is kind of like a softer but thicker mesh knit material. It was fine at the time, but I do think that this is much improved, especially in terms of breathability. One big thing that I like about this shoe is that I have a little bit more room lengthwise in the toe box. I did say in my first run impressions of this shoe that I felt like the toe box was a little bit short, so the sizing was kind of weird for me. I didn't have that problem here, so big improvement. Other than that, it looks like these shoes have a lot of similarities. The laces look pretty similar, the tongues similar as well, and the heel counters look similar, although the V2 has a little bit of a pointier heel elf thing going on. If we turn the shoes this way, I think that version 2 is a bit wider in that forefoot and in the midfoot. Version 1 is pretty narrow in both areas. So I do like they kind of widen this out a little bit, makes it a little more versatile, and for me, a little more stable. I do kind of wish we had a gusseted tongue here, but we didn't have that in the 1. I just think it would improve the fit around that midfoot just a little bit better, but oh well, we don't have it. I didn't have any issues with hot spots, blisters, or irritation in the RC Elite V2. So overall, to me, this is a big thumbs up and I like what they changed. The midsole of the New Balance RC Elite V2 is New Balance's fuel cell foam. It has been enhanced for this version and for the Rebel V2 that we reviewed last week. We also have more of it here than we did see in version 1 of the RC Elite. And of course, sandwiched in between these nice layers of fuel cell foam, we have a carbon fiber plate. I'm really happy they put a little bit more fuel cell foam under your foot for this shoe. One of the reasons why I didn't really like the RC Elite V1 is I felt it was a little too low to the ground for me to take it long distance. Here I think it won't really be a problem, and now that it's enhanced, it is so bouncy, so soft, so responsive, and I think with more of it underfoot, you're getting a more versatile shoe. So far, I have a 4-mile tempo run in this shoe, and it was pretty easy to get my legs to turn over. The carbon fiber plate mixed with the fuel cell foam really helps to get you up on your toes and propel you forward. It felt like a trampoline on my foot. I just felt like I was springing into my next step. And yeah, you do feel that with a lot of carbon fiber plated shoes. However, I felt it extra in the RC Elite V2. Now with that extra fuel cell foam, you are going to be gaining a little bit of weight in this shoe as we talked about earlier, but truly for me, it's worth it because this feels a lot better for me. I would grab this 100 times more than I would the first version, so I'll take a little bit of gaining weight for some extra cushion, you know? I could see myself taking the V2 long distance here, whereas in the RC Elite V1, I really didn't see myself doing that at all. Could this be a potential marathon shoe? Maybe. It's a lot more possible now than it was before. Another thing they really did to improve this shoe over the first version is they got rid of that bump on the lateral side. If you look at this shoe here, it kind of has that bump still, that flare outward, which just, oh my God, the overpronation that this caused is next level. Here, that bump is no longer, and I really think if we turn this shoe this way, that the shoe overall is just wider. It's wider in that forefoot, and it's even a little bit wider in the midfoot, which I appreciate. A lot of people have problems with that narrow midfoot, me included, and they did a little bit to kind of widen it here. It's not perfect. I still do overpronate a bit, but it is much better than what we were previously working with. Overall, I'm really loving this midsole. I think it's going to be perfect for race day and even for tempo days if you want to use this shoe for that. And I think that the Rebel really is a great training partner and companion to this shoe because they do feel similar. Just in the Rebel, you're not getting that same propulsion that you do get in this shoe because there's just more foam and, of course, the carbon plate. Now, if we turn the New Balance RC Elite over, you'll see that we're using some blown rubber here in the forefoot of the shoe, and we have some in the heel as well. We got rid of the cool design that we had in the RC Elite V1, these lugs almost kind of. Definitely something that I didn't normally see on running shoes. I mean, there are some that have this, but not many. And this is a little bit more traditional. I love the way this looked and felt, but I do have to say that this is a little bit better. It's tackier and stickier and just feels better on the roads than this did. I took this out on a dry day, but we went through pavement, grass, dirt, you know, the whole 9 yards, and I had no problems with slipping or anything like that. I think the traction is gonna hold up for a good amount of time. I wouldn't take this shoe out every single day. I mean, it's not meant for that anyway, but just to preserve it a little bit. And I'm interested to see kind of what this outsole looks like with more mileage. The New Balance RC Elite V2 is $224.95 on runningwarehouse.com, which is a little bit steep, but carbon fiber plated shoes are VVVVV expensive, so I'm not surprised, and it's not as bad as some others on the market. And if you do want to spend the money, just go to the link in the description of this video, click that link and pick up your own pair. Keep in mind that this is an affiliate link with Running Warehouse. However, that doesn't mean much for you. It just helps out my channel so I can try these shoes and hopefully help you make the right decision. You know, I'm really impressed with this shoe. I didn't have high hopes. I didn't think I was gonna like it, and I was very wrong about that. I actually really, really, really like it. I can't promise that I'll get it to 50 miles because I'm not doing a ton of carbon fiber plated worthy runs, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna run in it as much as I possibly can and try to compare it to some other carbon plated shoes on the market. I think if you were a fan of the first version but wanted a little bit more cushioning underfoot, this is gonna fit that bill. Or if you just got the second version of the Rebel and want something a little bit more propulsive, then you're gonna wanna get this. They're gonna go hand in hand, just perfectly together, those two shoes. Well, that concludes my first run impressions of the New Balance RC Elite V2. If you enjoyed this video, please like it down below and subscribe. And when you're done with all that, hit the notifications bell down below so you can find out every time I upload a new video. Just want your extra time and that kiss. I have some more videos for you guys next week, but in the meantime, get out there, get on the grind, and don't forget to run like Heller. See you next time.